What's up, everybody? Last week we got Season 1 of Black Ops 6, so you know what that means. New Warzone integration, new weapons, new meta. Yesterday, I uploaded the long-range meta, my top 5 long-range loadouts for both 8 attachments and 5 attachments. I'll link that down below if you want to check it out for yourself. Today, we are talking close range, and if you're looking for shotguns, this is not the place. We don't do that here. So it's going to be pretty much all SMGs. Before I get into that, if you want to see me use anything live or you have any suggestions, you have any questions, my Twitch is linked down below. Also, all of my socials are linked down below and my single player channel if that interests you in that. I'll also link true game data down below because, of course, after loadouts, we're going to go hop over to true game data. So let's go ahead and jump into the loadouts. Okay, so starting off at number 5, we have the compact. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about the compact, but if you look at the TTK, this is pretty fast. Now, I'll be honest, I didn't compare a bunch of the the MW2 and MW3 SMGs. I really just looked at the last two that were meta, the BP-50 assault rifle, the static, and then I compared them to all the Black Ops 6 because honestly, I don't really want to promote the last game's guns unless they're really, really good. So we start off with the compact. The compact is as low as it is. When we go to true game day, you're like, man, that's got a really fast time to kill. But it gets it through its fast fire rate, which means you run out of ammo a lot, which means it's hard to play anything other than solos with it. If you're just a solos player, this definitely moves up the list. And just like the long-range loadouts, these are going to follow a basic formula for all of these. So it won't take too long once we go through the first one. So optic of your choice. If you're going 8 attachments, you want to go optic. You could go a laser instead. You could go steady aim laser for the hip fire spread. You could go to the Strelic laser for the hip fire to ADS accuracy, so it's more accurate when you're going from hip fire shooting into ADS in a fight. And then you could consider fast motion for diving, sliding, and jumping hip fire spread, but I don't think that's too useful, especially considering that it shows lasers at the hip. The Strelic at least only shows it visible in ADS, but I don't think they're worth using over just using an optic. Then we have the compensator like we did before. You could have the porta compensator, but that's better for something that's like single tap. Same thing with the muzzle brake. So we go compensator. Then we go reinforced barrel. Of course, we want the bullet velocity and the damage range. You could go gain twist for bullet velocity or long barrel just for damage range. If you're going off the reinforced, I would go to long barrel just for the extra damage range. This is an SMG. Short barrel does jumping ADS and jumping sprint to fire speed. If it was just general ADS and sprint to fire speed, it would be worth considering. And then CHF gives you a better neck multiplier. And if you want to deal with the vertical and horizontal recoil control, of course, this ups the TTK a little bit, but only in one region of the body. And then integrated suppressor is something to consider on this, but it doesn't quite give you the benefit of using reinforced plus the muzzle. If you wanted to throw the laser on there, I guess you could go with that. You just won't get as much recoil control. Then we go Ranger foregrip. It gives you horizontal recoil control and sprinting move speed. The other options are precision for horizontal recoil control and vertical for horizontal recoil control. Lightweight helps with aim idle sway. That's not useful in an SMG. And marksman helps with aim down sight focus, like when you hold your breath with a sniper. Not really useful in an SMG. So we want the sprinting move speed bonus, plus we get horizontal recoil control, Ranger foregrip. And we're not as worried about as much recoil control because, of course, we're using this up close and not at long range. Then we have the extended mag 2. In a lot of situations, the extended mag 1 is worth using, but considering you run out of ammo here, 50 bullets is a lot better than 40, and you could go all the way up to 60, but now you're taking a lot bigger penalties. Kind of feel out what works for you. Go with either the 2 or the 3. I wouldn't go with 1 unless you're only playing solos. Then we have the commando grip, helps with aim down sight and sprint to fire. Quick draw helps a lot with ADS. Assault helps a lot more with sprint to fire, but I want the best of both worlds. Ergonomic grip helps with slide, dive, sprint to fire speeds, and aim down sight speed. And CQ grip helps with sprint to fire and the dive and slide to fire speeds. But the commando grip gives us what we're going to need the most in most close range engagements. Then balance stock, it gives you aim walking speed, hip fire movement speed, strafing movement speed, and overall movement speed. The no stock gives you hip fire movement and strafing movement speed with no cons, but the balance helps with also giving you the aim walking move speed. You can go no stock because there's no cons, but I would just stick with the balance stock. The other option is maybe the combat stock, but if you need flinch resistance and aim walking move speed with an SMG, you're probably playing the wrong game. So we go with balance stock. And then we go with bullet velocity with the overpressured. You can go rapid fire, but it hurts your damage, your vertical recoil control, your bullet velocity and damage range, and the hurt and damage doesn't make up, or the fire rate doesn't make up for the less damage. Go recoil springs if you're really struggling, but I think going overpressured is the way to go with all of the SMGs. So, of course, then 5 attachments. We removed the optic, we removed the rear grip. The ADS and sprint to fire is a little less important with an SMG as movement is. And we removed the bullet velocity. You don't need it as much when you're close range. So we stuck with the compensator, the reinforced, the ranger, the extended mag 2, and the balance stock. Definitely would not recommend the extended mag 3 because you're not combating that aim down sight speed at all, or the sprint to fire speed. So at number 4, we have the SAUG. The SAUG is at number 4 for the same reason that we have the compact at number 5. It gets its time to kill, which when we look at through game data, you'll see is good from its fire rate. We have the exact same loadout here. We have your choice of optic, compensator, reinforced barrel, ranger foregrip, extended mag 2 on this one. The extended mag 1's 45, extended mag 2's 55. You could go extended mag 1 here. It wouldn't make too much of a difference because it's only 45 is still good. You look for 50, I think, for SMGs. And then there is no extended mag 3. Here it's really a toss-up. It depends on what you want for penalties. Then we go commando grip, balance stock, and overpressured once again. We go to the 5 attachments here, and here I would really recommend considering the extended mag 1. In fact, I'm going to switch mine to extended mag 1, and it's the same logic otherwise. But because it's only 5 less bullets than 50, I feel more comfortable with the extended mag 1 versus the compact, which takes you all the way down to 40. Then we get to number 3, and this is a gun that I think a lot of people have too highly ranked. When you look at the time to kill, it's not super high. It would be off this list because there's other SMGs that I compared it that have better overall times to kill, but this one has like no recoil at all, and it's really, really easy to use. And there's no underbarrel slot, so attachments are a little bit easier on it. It would be off the list if it wasn't so easy to use, but because it is, it's above the other 2 SMGs we already had on this list who just run out of ammo so fast. But we're following the same basic formula: Kepler, Microflex, or your choice of optic, compensator, reinforced barrel. Here we're going with fast mag because you still have 50 rounds. Some people go to fast mag 2. I don't think anyone goes fast mag 3, but I don't want to go all the way down to 40 rounds despite it helping ADS, reload quickness, and sprint to fire speed. We're already getting all of those benefits without giving up even more ammo. It's just not to the same extent. But if you feel comfortable with fast mag 2, go down to it. The base is 65. Yeah, I believe it's 65. Commando grip, balance stock, and recoil springs. We are short in attachment slot here, so if you're comfortable showing a laser at ADS, go with steady aim laser, or if you don't mind showing one in ADS, go with the Strelic laser. Once again, I don't think the other ones are really worth even considering. So here we are actually at 7 attachments, not 8, but just is what it is, unless you want to give away your position with the laser. So 5 attachment slot. We removed the overpressured rounds, and that's it. We were at 7, so we also removed the optic, but that's always going to get removed when we have to give up attachments. I actually had my had recoil springs. It's supposed to be overpressured there. Same basic formula with all SMGs. So then at number 2 is something, and my camo didn't stick. It's something that I talked about a lot in my Modern Warfare 3 Warzone loadouts, especially towards the end. That's going to be the BP50 with the aftermarket kit. It has to have the aftermarket kit. Unfortunately, True Game Data is not done testing the different weapons for MW2 and MW3. So when we go to True Game Data, I won't be able to show you a complete accurate comparison. But it's already just as an assault rifle, competitive TTK-wise. So we have the NIDAR Model 2023 or your choice of optic. The Quartermaster suppressor is still the best suppressor from the game. This should have an eye on it for not being compatible, but you can't put an underbarrel on. So we go with the grip tape. This grip tape gives us firing aim stability, recoil control, and gun kick control. The other ones don't really help you with anything up close other than sprint to fire. But then you lose recoil control. And then the Chimera laser light is still the best laser from MW3 for close range builds. Gives you sprint to fire, aim down sight speed, and it's only visible in ADS. You could just drop that attachment, I guess, if you really wanted. You used to be able to put ammunition on, but now you're not able to for some reason. I think it's just a bug. So while that's still a bug, it cannot equip with the, well, So I'll show you. If you remove the laser and want to go high grain, can't do it with the kit for some reason. Even if you want to go high velocity, for some reason it's not allowing you with the aftermarket kit like it used to. So that's why we actually have an optic. We didn't have an optic before, but it just is what it is. Hopefully that gets fixed and it's not a rework. And then at number 1 is the Jackal. Same formula once again, Microflex or your choice, compensator, reinforced barrel, Ranger foregrip. We have the extended mag 2 on here again. Extended mag 1 is 40. So I go with the extended mag 2, commando grip, balance stock, and overpressured. And then when we go to the 5 attachments, it follows the same formula as the other 5 attachment weapons: compensator, reinforced barrel, Ranger foregrip, extended mag, and balance stock. So that's our top 5 close range. Of course, we have the compact, then we have the SAUG, then we have the PP, then we have the BP50, and then we have the Jackal. We have 8 attachments. We have 5 attachments, except for the BP50 with the aftermarket kit, which of course is necessary on that. So that's our loadouts. If you were just hanging out for the loadouts, I do appreciate you so much. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell if you like this type of content and want to see it first. And comment down below what you think of the loadouts, the gun choices, whatever. But for the rest of us, we are going to go over to True Game Data. Okay, so we're over on True Game Data now. You can see we have the 5 attachments. You can put Gunfighter on if you want, but it's not going to make a huge difference here in what we're looking at. Because we didn't do damage range. None of these are damage range attachments, and of course that's the biggest factor. That would change what our chart looks like. We have the loadouts that I just showed, except for the SAUG has no attachments tested yet, and neither does the BP50. But the points should still mostly stand. Of course, just imagine the BP50's line is actually a little bit lower, and the line's a little bit out further, and you can see why it's number 2. But the SAUG's line a little bit out further, and you can see the SAUG and the compact have the 2 best time to kills on this chart. The BP50 might be right there once it's updated on here. But like I said, they both run out of ammo so quickly. And this is chest. We can go combination, go the good old True Game Data combination. And then you can see the Jackal is actually the best overall. The PP is right in the middle of the pack when you go to full combination shots. And the compact is here, and the SAUG are both here with these time to kills. But once again, you just run out of ammo so fast. And the Jackal is the best overall combination SMG. And once again, the BP50, just imagine moving it down, but that damage range is undeniable on it. It's insane that it doesn't drop off for the first time until well after the Jackal drops off a second time. If you go to ADS time, nothing really changes too much. There's just some bigger gaps. And same thing, sprint to fire, the SAUG separates a little bit, and so does the PP. But when you just look at chest shots, which is where people are hitting most of their shots, and the PP drops all the way to the bottom of the pack, is where I really have a problem with it. So that's what it looks like on the TTK chart. The Jackal is the best overall when you consider everything. But if you're playing solos, definitely try out the SAUG and the compact. If you're playing anything other than solos, go with the Jackal. If you're having trouble hitting your shots, go with the BP and not the BP, the PP, and otherwise go with the BP. So that's where the close range meta stands in my eyes currently. Like I said before, please don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that notification bell, and comment down below. I'll link True Game Data down below, my long-range video, my Twitch, all my socials, and my single-player channel. But I will see you on Urzikstan, Rebirth Island, and Area 99. Get frying. Have a good day. Bye.